So, what I see that's going to happen, I'm sure the lawyers are lining up, banging on
Are
somebody's
you
door to
kidding
feel
me?
like they're going to represent them,
Right.
and all they do is see the money trail.
No, yeah, that's
That's what's
true.
going to be coming
Well,
down the
I mean,
pipe.
in this case, it may be necessary because a lot of times a big judgment is intended to reform, deter that kind of behavior. So while I'm generally not a very litigious or one who support a lot of, we got to litigate every aspect of American life, this one may just require, because all it took is for, I mean, if I looked at the bill and I know my customer, I'm sure this man had been a customer over there 50, 60 years, I have long been. Just take a little bit more care to knock on the man's door
Yeah.
to see, hey, are you all right? Or, is everything okay? And I mean, they're so concerned about getting $1,000, and over time, they done probably done made so much money off this man. To me, our humanity is disconnected from the reality that we face. That should be a standard policy. If this person live in the house over 90, we just do a check on them before we start shedding off their utility to see if there's some social service intervention. Most places like Georgia Power, other folks here have care and concern where I tell them charge me an extra $2 on my bill so I can help somebody else pay theirs. I don't have a problem with that. But I would want them to go the next step. Just knock on the man's door and see if you can ascertain, what's going on after they get a certain age. Now, I don't expect you to knock on the door of a 30-year-old a Negro who's working and just can't pay the bills, but at least see if there's a social service intervention that could occur here.
Well, you're right, and I agree with you 100%, Derek. A lot of people drop the ball, and maybe the neighbors next door, even if he had no family, the neighbors, somebody should have checked them on him.
Yeah,
But
well,
then with the last hour, all I see on CNN is chasing after this governor out of Chicago.
Blagojevich.
I mean, this man that lost his life, 92 years old, he should be the lead story across the country,
Right.
and not chasing down Blagojevich. I don't give a damn about Blagojevich, could care less. And that whole Senate there in Chicago, sitting there listening to tapes about what he said and what he didn't say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a high-profile peep show going on up there. I mean, the bottom line is this, and since we talked about it, now we're going to talk about it a little bit later. It's crazy to me that we would have this kind of, that the Senate and the legislature up there would go into emergency session. The man has not yet, I don't think, they still have formally indicted him. I don't think that is unless I missed something while I was out of town. The man is not, now you may not like him, but guess what? The people of Illinois elected him. And I think we should be very careful when you start an impeachment process based on hearsay, innuendo, or whatever. But they do whatever they do in Illinois. I mean, I don't like Governor Perdue, but I wouldn't say he should be impeached. I wouldn't. That should be the last straw, because the will of the people is the best law, and they thought enough of this man to elect him. So.
Well, this was QuickCapture's case, and QuickCapture made a media circus out of it a couple of weeks ago by getting on TV, standing up there saying, we got him, we're going to get him. But obviously, this man must know something we don't know, because he's parading around the country like you don't have anything.
Yeah.
So, see, to me, the whole thing is a joke. I mean, why didn't, let's go back, let's look at Kirkpatrick. When he had a chance to get George Bush, and he had a chance to get George Bush, Cheney and all the rest of Doug, he backed off. Why did he back off? I like to know why he backed off, but yet he put so much fury in going after this guy. The whole system is a complete joke.
Right.
Yet we have a senior that died, that's living by himself in his house, freezing to death.
Right.
That should have not happened. It should have no way happened. It should be the lead story across the country,
Right.
not CNN playing
Right.
over and over and over about this governor in Chicago.
Right.
I could give a damn about him. I don't care about him.
Right.
But yet we let the thugs and the crooks steal right in front of us, and that's not important. Or the life of this black man dead, that's not important at all.
Yep. Appreciate you, man. 448-922-703. I don't know if he's black, though. I think he's white, if I'm not mistaken. But that matters not to me, because I love humanity, period. Let's go to John in ATL. What's up, John?
You are, Derek, having a good show.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you raising awareness on all these issues.
Mm-hmm.
I'll speak briefly because others have made considerate remarks. Anybody that dies because they can't at least alert them by going on the door and knocking on it,
Absolutely.
it's obscene.
Yeah.
I want to speak on Georgia Power's future plans real quickly and a remark about Grady Hospital.
You got the floor.
Thank you, sir. You're probably aware of it, but the public needs to be constantly aware of what Georgia Power's next move is to the Southern Company. They want to have 2 more nuclear reactors over at Plant Vogtle
Right.
in the poorest county of 159 in the state. Us pay for it before it even starts to be built on construction costs with taxes on our bill to pay for construction.
John, do this for me. Hold on, because I've been meaning to talk about this. I want to give you adequate time to kind of really walk us through it. And yeah, they've been getting real arrogant of late. We want to talk about all of that and give you enough time. We got to take a break, go pay some bills. When we come back, we'll let you talk about Grady and talk about Georgia Power and whatever else you want to talk about. Right now we got to take a break and go to traffic. And to help us figure out how traffic is flowing in Atlanta is L. Duncan in the traffic center.
All right, thank you, Derek. Making your way on 85 north into Gwinnett. Speed limit look right now between 285.